You guys, coming to the stage next, host of the weekly Bold City Improv Jam, member of Beastwood, stand-up comedian extraordinaire. He's with me at the Comedy Zone. You can see him in indie shows all over town, doing a new story for this show, which he assures me fits within our theme of best of. Guys, please help me welcome Nick Davis.
It does fit. Because I thought this is a 1-year anniversary show, so I'm probably going to tell the weirdest shit that's ever happened to me, like in my entire 33 years of existence. So I brought a visual aid. I'm going to grab a chair real quick. I want him to be comfortable while we talk about this. Some of you 80s kids may recognize this guy. This is Teddy Ruxpin, also known as Theodore. He's a big part of my life, both fortunately and unfortunately. He is, if you don't know how Teddy Ruxpin works, he is animatronic. So if you've ever been to Chuck E. Cheese and saw his band and that fueled your nightmares all of your life, that's the same technology that's at the heart of this guy. He is a bear. You put tapes in him, and he tells you stories about different things. And you know, when I look back on the stories that he would tell, there was always a nice little moral to it. Case in point, he told stories like The Missing Princess. You've got to take care of you. So, Twig and the Bounders. You have to earn the things worth having. The story of the Faded Fobs, helping each other makes everybody happy. And take a good look. See the ordinary in an extraordinary way, which after listening to that as an adult, there's a lot of drug references in that. That is my favorite. So this guy here, you know, he delighted me as a child. He was a great little storyteller. You pop the tape in, his mouth would move, and he would tell you all about what was happening in the world. As an adult, and when I kind of went into adolescence and as a teenager, he became more nefarious because I was in a family of pranksters, and in our family we like to scare each other a lot, and our motto was scaring is caring. We scared the shit out of each other all the time with everything. We pranked each other, and my dad, this was his tool of terror. This little guy, he would take this bear, and he told us that Teddy was haunted, and he would tell us stories about Teddy was on my motorcycle for some reason the other day. Teddy was doing this. Teddy was cooking eggs. I don't know. There was a million different things that Teddy did when we weren't looking. But he would set him in weird spots in the house. Like he would set him on the couch. And we'd come home and we'd see this bear just sitting there. It's like, nobody put him there. My favorite is he tied him so he was hanging from a coat hanger in my closet when I opened it one day. Yeah, so this guy caused me a lot of pain. My favorite was that my dad was so, dedicated to his craft that he hid under the bed, and we didn't know he was even home. He hid for like an hour and a half and waited for me to go to bed. So that when I got in bed and was watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, that was the last show I was allowed to watch because it was at 8 o'clock. And all of a sudden, this bear's head starts coming up at the foot of the bed, slowly, and I'm terrified grabbing the covers, and he says, "Are you asleep yet?" This motherfucker. And by the way, all that moving the bear around thing, if that sounds familiar, there's a Christmas practice that people do these days called Elf on the Shelf. And I want you to realize, take a look at this face. And think before you do Elf on the Shelf, because you're this close to animatronic bear on a coat hanger in somebody's closet. It stays with you. It's a lot of lead in because there's a big moment, unfortunately, that, and you notice he's been through some shit. He's got a little eye problem there. My cousin, we passed him on to my cousin after a certain amount of time, and he was 5 years old. That had also been, we exposed him to Mortal Kombat. So he was very sadistic at 5 years old, did a lot of nut punches and like knives. And we let Justin have him, and he stabbed him in the eyes with letter openers. And we spent a long time, and that's why he has a lazy eye. So he couldn't be more terrifying. So now I'm a senior in high school, and I am laying in the bed, and I'm laying there, when you're half asleep, and you're just trying to like either go back to sleep or get up. It's like a Saturday morning, and a storm was rolling in, and I lived in a valley. Lots of lightning hits valleys. Lightning loves valleys, I guess. I don't know. We had a lot of lightning strikes, and so there was a little dogwood tree outside of my window, and this bear sat on the chair next to my window. So lightning struck the dogwood tree. So I was within 15 feet of a lightning strike. And if you've ever been near a lightning strike, which unfortunately I've been twice, weird shit happens to me. I've been shit on by birds 4 times. So ask yourself, how many times has a bird shit on me? And was I indoors? One of them, I was in a Walmart. Rare events tend to circulate around me. So lightning strikes, and the air, when lightning strikes, the air just gets really wonky and weird, and electrons are bumping each other and doing weird shit. So lightning struck that tree, and I'll never forget that the alarm clock went off for a second. It kind of, it kind of went off. TV almost flickered. But the worst thing that happened, this guy, dead for years, tape in the deck, just been, God knows how long a tape's been sitting in his back. How horrifying is that this guy's got a tape in his back? But all of a sudden, I see his mouth move. It went, "Excuse me." Like fucking Frankenstein's monster. Lightning gave Teddy Ruxpin life for 3 seconds, and he asked me if he could be excused. Like he was just jumping in the conversation. Like, "Excuse me, what were we talking about?" And you see all these movies about like, oh, this fun bear came to life, and there was happiness all around. Let me tell you my first reaction. My first reaction was not one of like, oh, a new best friend. I balled my fist so hard. I jumped up, fist in the air. I looked at this fucker in the face and I said, "What?" Like, I'm gonna fight this fucking bear right now, here and now. Like, fist in the air, I said, "What?" And my brother can back this shit up because he heard me. And he comes running, he says, "What the fuck was that?" Teddy talked. Teddy just fucking talked. And he said, "I heard the murmur." And I said, "Yeah, I'm waiting on the next word." And we sat there looking at this bear, like dumbfounded as to how this needed to happen. But he did for a second. I've been waiting for years. I'm a hoarder and I still have him. He has yet to say another word, but I'm still waiting. And I don't know if there's really a moral to this story. There's probably not. But I was kind of religious at the time, and part of me even was thinking, it was like, was this my burning bush? Did lightning strike that bush and and then maybe his tapes are the 10 commandments for me? Did I need to go spread the good word and tell people that you've got to be you, Moon Princess? I debated that for a long time, and I'm still to this day trying to get over the fact that this fucking bear talked. But if anything, no matter what you believe, if God does work in mysterious ways, I am here to confirm that lightning is his primary tool. So, thank you very much. Give it back up to your host, Miss Christina Schreiber.
Nick Davis, you guys. Who else was like, that bear better not fucking talk? Whole time, I'm like, That was fantastic. You guys like that, right? Yeah.